Hi, I'm Susan Fitzell, and I have a sister who is 37 years old and intellectually challenged. And in the past 4 years, she has developed some serious phobia and anxiety around walking and falling. Mostly it's falling, but her her reaction to the falling has caused her to fear walking. And she can do it, but she has been getting progressively more dependent and wanting to hold on to people. In doing research and trying to do every single test imaginable to find out what we could do to help her, we ended up zeroing in on the fact that she has double vision almost all the time, as well as, because of her disability, motor problems, balance problems, low muscle tone, a compilation of issues. My sister has IP36 deletion, and I have decided to do this mini vlog, mini because I'm going to do it for about 12 days. And I realized that there are a lot of mothers out there, a lot of parents out there, fathers out there who are struggling with similar issues with their children with IP36 deletion syndrome, DNA deletion syndrome, and there's so little research about that I felt like this might be helpful to them. Not only that, we are undergoing a therapy for her that hopefully will help her with her balance and her sensory integration, which is causing some of her problem, that is used primarily and developed initially for people in the spectrum. My background comes out. I'm actually by training a special education teacher, so I've had lots of students over the years. Anyway, we have 12 days in a row of therapy that we're going through, and I'm literally staying in a hotel and going to take her to this therapy every single day for the next 11 days. Well, today's the first day. Now, I live in New Hampshire. She lives in Massachusetts. So we're in a residence inn, a 2-bedroom residence inn that has gone above and beyond to meet our needs. It's residence inn in Chicopee, Springfield on Memorial Drive. And I'm sharing that because they've been so wonderful. I want to give them a shout out. So here's what's happening. She is going through a multi-sensory training program. She's already been going through vision training, and I'll talk more about that later because that has significantly improved her vision, like 40% in some categories, 38% in others. It's just astounding. But in the intake process, her doctor was very astute and noticed her autism-like behaviors. Lo and behold, I never realized that she might have autism-like behaviors. I noticed them, but I never thought of them as being in the spectrum because she wasn't labeled that way. This is how sometimes we can get derailed by labels. But now that I see it from a different light, I see a lot of autism-like behaviors in her. So let me tell you more about the training right now because I don't want this to go on too long. I'm going to read this because I want to get it out there correctly. The sensory learning program is a multi-sensory approach to developmental learning that simultaneously stimulates the visual, auditory, and vestibular systems with light, sound, and motion. The program challenges the primary sensory systems to work together and better adapt to multi-sensory input, the foundation of all sensory processing. So there's actually 12 days of in the office training, and then it's followed up by 18 days of light training with a light box in a dark room. It's fascinating to me, just totally fascinating. So today was her first day, and she struggled with the first half hour. They lay on a bed, and the bed moves, and they look up at a light and watch this light for half an hour. Then they get a break, and then they're on the bed again for a half an hour, and they're going through the same motion again, and they've got headsets on, and they're listening to crazy different kinds of music. I mean, I don't know a lot about how this is put together yet, but as I learn things in the next 12 days, I will put tidbits into the video and share more about it, as well as include her when I can. The fascinating thing for me was she was struggling with it, and the woman who was doing the training, who has also got a background in elementary education and has worked also with special needs and just got her master's in OT, during the second half, she suggested we use a weighted blanket, and actually gave her an additional weighted toy. I could not believe the difference that made for my sister. She calmed right down. It was like waving a magic wand above her. And again, it made me realize, wow, she really does have autism-like behaviors. I can't say she's autistic. That's not her disability label. But the same strategies are working for her. I'm astounded. So, and also she's been walking really well on her own. She has not held on to me or even demanded, because she can be pretty demanding, at trying to hold on to me at all after the training, or even going to the store at night. I mean, help her over a curb. And I'm hoping that by the end of the 12 days, I may not even have to do that. So we're very excited about this training, and I will give you tidbits here and there. But right now I've gone on about 6 minutes, which is way longer than I want to. And typically this will be short. So stay tuned. You'll get more from me tomorrow.